How you doing, everybody? I'm Josh.
I'm Scott.
I'm Ken.
Welcome to another episode of Dad's Diner. Today we're doing steak, glorious steak. So, the most important thing, buy the best steak you can, okay? There are butchers in Los Angeles. I get my meat from Raconda's in the farmer's market. I've been going there for 10 years and I love them. You don't have a butcher? This is the best steak I could find in the grocery store, okay? It's fairly good, it's not great, okay?
Why is that?
I'm not seeing enough marbling. It's cut a little thin. This is too thin. Now, over here, I got from the butcher.
Singing cows.
Beautiful marbling, okay? Perfect size, glorious. Over here, we have Wagyu. Now, Wagyu is very similar to Kobe, okay? Kobe steaks come from Japan.
Then they get massaged every day.
They
get
do.
Fed beer.
They get massaged every day and they fed beer. It's the perfect life. This is my steak of choice. Is it more expensive? Absolutely. Is it worth it? Of course it's worth it, okay? Life is short, buy the best steak you can. If you want to go with the grocery store, that's cool. This method will work with whatever steak you're cooking. Enough steak talk, let's start cooking.
Good.
First step, you want to take your meat out of the fridge an hour before you cook it.
Why?
You know what, if it's ice cold all the way through, it's going to be ice cold. This will help it cook more evenly. So next step, after your steak has been out of the fridge for an hour, you want to pat it dry. Why? Because you want to sear it. If it's too wet, it's going to steam, okay? So we're going to pat this dry. We're going to pat that dry. Next step, we're going to season it. Nothing but beautiful salt and pepper. It may seem like a lot, but this is just the top layer. We got to get all that seasoning all the way through, okay?
He obviously hasn't seen the episode on the bucatini.
I was going to
Yeah.
say.
That is seasoned.
And he gave me crap about all my salt.
Come on now.
All right, so then...
Oh my God.
Now we hit the other side. So
Like it's
maybe
snowing.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Like a
Christmas all over again, all right? Now, I started this pan about 20 minutes ago, okay? So it is smoking hot, and that's how you want it.
Kind of like me.
Not so much.
Okay.
It's a cast iron pan. You can use cast iron pan, you can use stainless. You could use a non-stick.
No.
I don't find you get the good sear with it. Now, here you see this fat side right here. Okay, so I want to start with this fat side down. I want to render some of that fat out so the rest of the steak cooks in its own fat. It's fantastic. All right, if it smokes and sears and makes a lot of noise, then I know I heated the pan up to the proper temperature. Let's see how I did. Pretty good. Could have been a little hotter.
See?
Ooh, that is pretty.
Okay. Now, I'm searing this on all sides, okay? And you can see this beautiful brown crust forming. That's what I want over the whole steak. We're creating what's called the Maillard reaction, okay? Scott, you're the scientist. You can explain what the Maillard reaction
No,
is.
the Maillard reaction is the amino acids and the sugar in the meat. Once it hits the searing hot pan, it starts to fuse together and form a delicious crust of flavor molecules on the outside of the meat.
Much different than a Mylar balloon.
Yes. Do not cook with a Mylar balloon. So I'm also going to hold it.
Or
I
Maillard
want to
duck.
sear all
Ooh.
ends of it. Next step, the steak goes down and I do not touch it. I'm going for about 3 minutes here. Now, these tongs have been touching raw meat, so I need fresh tongs.
Fresh tongs.
What we're going to do is we're going to go 3 minutes on each side, then we're going to pop it in the oven, 400 degrees, for about 6-7 minutes, so it cooks evenly all the way through. I'm going for medium rare. We'll see how I do. All right, so it's been about 3 minutes. Let's see how I did.
We know each
I've
other not that well.
touched it. Okay. I should have probably let it go a little longer. You can see some of the browning going on.
Missed a couple spots there.
I missed a couple spots with the pepper. I understand. So we're going to let this go. Then I'm going to pop it in the oven on a homemade oven rack. Okay? Why an oven rack? All this work is to get this beautiful crust. If I put it flat on a baking sheet, all that crust is going to kind of steam and just wash away.
You fold it over once, then you fold it over again. You get a double one, makes it nice and sturdy. And we'll keep doing this. Got a nice hand down, as they say in French.
Voila.
Voila! So I did this
I'm
for
happy
nothing.
with this crust, so I'm going to take it out.
But look how pretty it is, just for the record.
My fresh tongs,
Tongs,
my nice crust, beautiful sear all around it.
Now-
All right, now I'll pop it in here. And now, I'm gonna let that cook.
If you're like me, you just eat it out of the pan because I like it rare.
Some people like it rare. I like it kind of rare plus, so I'm going for 125, 130. Speaking of when it's done, there are two ways to tell when the steak is done. Poking and prodding.
Ooh.
I'm a poker.
Okay. Some people are pokers, some people
I'm
are
a prodder,
prodders.
and I'm a prodder.
No judgments here. You can use a thermometer. There's another way. If you ever see restaurants, you see chefs looking at steak and poking it. Here's what they're doing. So here, touch your finger, index finger and your thumb. That is what rare feels like.
What if you weigh like 350 pounds?
Then you shouldn't be eating steak. Now, if you move your finger, middle finger and thumb, okay, move it over. Now give it a poke. Feels different, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now we're talking medium rare. Ring finger, give it a poke. Medium. You're in trouble.
Oh,
Well done.
jeez.
Yikes. So we're gonna let this go till it reaches about 125, 130. Have your thermometer so you can double check. What are we gonna serve with this delicious steak? Well, I did a little research and I went on the Brooklyn Brewery website, and according to Garrett Oliver, master brewer, he suggested Cuvée Noir.
Now it's a party.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, what do you think?
It's black champagne.
It's good.
That's good. I mean, delicious.
It's actually not as heavy as I thought it
no,
was.
I thought it was gonna be really heavy too.
But flavor-wise, right? Off the
Oh, yeah.
charts. Oh, that's good. I'm liking it. I'm happy. And I'm gonna give it a little temp and see how I'm doing. I'm at 128, 127. Take the steak out, and I am gonna let it rest. Do not cut into the steak right now, okay? All these wonderful juices and everything are right up towards the surface. If we cut into it, all those juices are gonna spill out everywhere. Don't touch my steak.
Oh, that's good steak.
Don't touch it.
Okay.
Don't cut it. Take a nap even. Steak at rest, man at rest.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. Let's go. Steak time.
All right, so it's been about 10, 15 minutes. Our steak is rested. It's ready to be cut. Let's see how we did. All right,
See
how do you think?
that right there is a medium rare. That's a little bit more red in there. Come to daddy.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Yep, there you go.
Very happy.
Whoop, that's too small. Hold on,
Whoa,
watch
and
that knife.
do not reach in while someone is slicing with a very hot,
Hey, that's
very sharp knife.
That's my line with my kids. Let's
Look
see.
at all that fat in there.
Cheers.
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 Whoa, okay.
Okay, I'll just go with the small one. That's what I'm talking about.
This is just outstanding. A big thank you to Mercanja's Meats and the Farmers Market for taking care of me not only today for this meal, but for the past 10 years. You guys are the best.
And the Brooklyn.
And let's thank
Yes,
Brooklyn
Brooklyn.
Brewery for providing the perfect accompaniment to this fantastic
That
meal.
really is nice.
Delicious.
Cheers. Okay, guys, I have some delicious steak for you. Take a bite. Tell me what you think.
This is really good. I feel really sorry for that cow. Thank you, cow, for giving your life to make this delicious steak.
Apparently, the cow did not have a very good diet.
It was supposed to be grass-fed. I guarantee you it was grass-fed.
It was fed to me.
Maybe it was a cannibal cow because it tastes a bit like a hamburger also.
I'm hoping it wasn't a cannibal cow. It's supposed to be grass-fed,
I want
but
more.
more will be served. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us on Dad's Diner. Please come back and see what we're making next time. This is the best way to make a steak on the stove, and it really does taste great. If you're new to this, try to always buy the same size steak. That will help you tweak your cooking times properly as you learn this technique. Thanks for watching Dad's Diner. Tune in again to see what we're making next time, and tune in to the season finale where we sit down for a giant feast featuring all the dishes. See the kids' reactions. Be part of the fun. Please, pretty please, with lots of bacon on top.